Well, it's here. Yeah, Castlevania Anniversary Collection Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition. Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hey, so I'm back with a video about an unboxing of this gorgeous Castlevania Limited Run Games box set. This just came in the mail. I don't want to waste any time because this is gonna be epic. So let's get into it. So, first thing to note, it has been unboxed. Yes. Oh my. This is a really cool box, I gotta say. And this is pretty bananas. Okay, so if you wanted to, I'm assuming this is for the shadow box thing that's inside. There's a button. So let's turn this on real quick, see if it, it lights up. Does it make noise? They picked the worst version of Bloody Tears to play. I mean, I know that's what is up on the title screen, but yo. That's so disappointing. Like, I mean, this is cool. Don't get me wrong. But right off the bat, I gotta say, if you're gonna release this in the United States, the country that got Simon's Quest on the NES with no Famicom Disk System version, and you're releasing this, dude, bro, you gotta have Bloody Tears, the original NES version. You can't be throwing in that Famicom Disk System version. Now, I want to preface this with saying that I am a insanely massive Simon's Quest fan. Like, that's my favorite Castlevania of all time. But, man, right off the bat, that is a huge bummer. I did not realize, they said it was Bloody Tears. I was like, okay, Bloody Tears, you know, Simon's Quest. Not the Famicom Disk System version. Anyways, this box with the Tom Dubois art is absolutely gorgeous. This shadow box is really cool. I'm excited to bust this one open. I love this glossy box on the back with all the games. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. All right, let's open it up. All right, so in here we have what looks to be shadow box user's manual. Power options, USB cable is the first option. I wonder, is this like motion sensor? Like censored? Is that a word? Let's take this shadow box out since this is the chunker. This is the chunker of the box. Well, hold on. So we got an insert here. Oh, with something inside. This is like when you get a Christmas present within a Christmas present within a Christmas present, or Hanukkah or whatever. Ooh, that is a beefy boy. I did not realize this would be this big. I bought one of these types of pins from, I think it was Mondo Records, I want to say. I think Mondo Records. Yeah, it's on my bag, my work bag. And here's just a size comparison just so you can see how big this thing is. That is so much bigger. Like insanely bigger. That's way cool. Next we have the shadow box, which I'm already disappointed in. But I say that like I sound like such an asshat when I say that. Like, I'm so disappointed. Like, this is awesome. If I unbox this, like if I bought this as a kid, like, you know, let's say, I don't know, let's say like college era, like 2001, 2002. If this came out with all these old games, I would be blown away. But then again, I didn't know about the Famicom Disk System version back then of the game. Anyways, the back of this makes it so that you can hang this bad boy, this shadow box. Here's a closer look of the shadow box. I'll turn the light on just so you can see. That's really cool. That is gorgeous. Now, I really like the fact that this apparently, there's a AC adapter that you can use on this, and I'm tempted to. That's really cool. Now, the front, it looks like the front layer almost looks like it's painted on. At least maybe on the inside. It's like layer after layer after layer. And maybe I'm just speaking, because that's where the shadow box is. But there's a lot of layers to this. Like there's even you can see the bats. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but it is way cool looking. Very nice. But I also really kind of feel like this is super fragile. I feel like if you drop this would crack and it'd be done. Donezo. So, I mean, every little intricate detail, you see the spider webs here. Let me turn this back on. The spider web coming down here. It's cool. It's definitely cool. I can't seem to find what this is for. It might be for this book right here. I'm not entirely sure. But this History of Castlevania Book of the Crescent Moon, is a art book, with some really cool art and information in it. Now, I know a lot of the people that bought this collection bought it for this art book, and I get it. I really do. This is very nice, hardcover, almost like one of those old school, old-timey books that you would buy, like a storybook, like a fiction book or whatever, but hardcover, but not something you would find in wherever. This feels like a book, like a classic book. Let me read you that. I really like this cover. It's very classy. And it says, The History of Castlevania, Book of the Crescent Moon. I don't know what is going on with this font right here. It's why they didn't just stick with the font up top. That's kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. On the back it says Castlevania Anniversary Collection, The History of Castlevania Book of the Crescent Moon. So this is, I believe, basically just a hardcover version of the art book that came, or the digital art book, I believe, that came with the digital version here. So you've got your table of contents, box art gallery, featured titles, key person interviews. They interviewed Mishra Yamane and Adi Shankar. Castlevania research reports. File 1, The History of Castlevania Chronology. House Belmont, Dracula, The Great Castlevania Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Design archives. And they go in through the design archives here. As you can see, here's some of the box art. It's a really nice book. Here's the manual. It's almost basically a manual. So in a weird way. It goes over the story on each page, the controls, and unique things about this game for each game. And then here's the printout of the Mishra Yamane conversation. I believe, this looks really familiar based on what I remember reading. So then they have an interview, interview with Adi Shankar. So he's the, showrunner for the Castlevania Netflix show. And this shows the Heroes of Justice, as it will. Basically a Castlevania family timeline based on these games specifically. So it doesn't dive into the entire legacy of the series and its canon and not canon or whatever. It's basically just all the stuff that was in this collection specifically. So the games included, of course, Castlevania 1, 2, 3, Dracula's Curse. Also with that of Akamajo Densetsu, the Japanese version, Castlevania The Adventure, Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, Super Castlevania 4. There's also a port of Castlevania from the Famicom that came out too in this collection. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest on Famicom Disk System. and Castlevania Bloodlines, Kid Dracula. So it's a pretty awesome collection for the games itself, which we'll get into. Let's see, history of Castlevania, who were the Belmonts, the secret of the legendary Belmont Whip. So yeah, this is pretty much like the history of everything that we saw in the guide here. This I don't remember though. What the writer loves about the series, things any vampire hunter can relate with. So this is really cool. I love this right here. This is like the design pages that this series has, which, I mean, this is stuff that probably was only in like Japanese guides, if I recall. This is the black and white printout of the map for Simon's Quest. What's wild about that is that it did get a printout in Nintendo Power, fully colorized in a map. So it's pretty neat. This is just a really cool book. It's awesome to flip through. There's a lot of really cool designs here. Here's some Kid Dracula stuff, which is fun. So I'm very impressed with this book. Here's some more from Bloodlines. Really impressed with it. It's super cool. And now that I've got a physical version of it, I want to like dive into it and like really read through this whole thing bit by bit, and you know, because I skim through the digital version. Truth be told, I just don't like reading stuff digitally. Like, I mean, yeah, I read stuff when I play games digitally, but this, I was like, I want a physical book. So this was a big sell for me. This, I don't even remember all the stuff that this box set came with, truth be told. I kind of bought it knowing that it would come with a lot of stuff. But these look to be pins. No, not pins. Little tiny boxes. These are little itty bitty baby boxes. The games. This is stupid. I think stupid is the right word. Stupid. And let's just talk for a second. The only one that's turned sideways is Super Castlevania 4, making this entire set not look very presentable physically. I thought that this went with this. I don't think it does. I don't think so. This is stupid. This is my least favorite part so far. These little tiny boxes, this is stuff that fans would make as like just something fun to do, or like fans would sell to fans. This should never have been in this box set, but maybe that's just me. Now you also get the Switch case with the Tom Dubois art, and here is the NES box style. It's unfolded. I don't know if I'm actually gonna fold it. I might just leave it, because this bad boy is the actual thing itself. Now, truth be told, I already have this collection digitally. I don't need to open this, but I'm going to, because why not? The digital version of this does not take up a lot of room on my Switch, so I'm of the mindset like, why bother? You know, why bother opening it? But I am going to open it just for the sole purpose of showcasing this awesome box. This is a diesel, super diesel box in the traditional, like, old school Genesis style with an awesome slip cover. Let's see what's inside, because it's very hefty. Woo! All right, what does this come with? Well, you get a Steelbook cover, and the back has the old and the new C for Castlevania. When you open it up, it looks like that. When you look inside, it looks like that. Pretty cool. I'm not a big Steelbook guy. I don't know. I never really was into them. Okay, we might have found what this is for. Because if you take a look, found another one of these. Why they included a secondary one is beyond me. I don't know why they did that. CD sampler. I could care less about this. I'm not even gonna open it. And the reason for that is I have the entire Castlevania franchise basically on CD now that I bought both Castlevania Black and Castlevania Red box sets that came out last year. If you want to see a really cool unboxing for that, take a look somewhere in this video right here. I'll put it in the links below as well if you don't want to click right now, and you could watch it. I did an unboxing. So track listing here, we got for Castlevania 1 we got 5 songs, Castlevania 2 we got 2 songs, Bloody Tears and Monster Dance, which great songs, but which versions are they? Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3, Beginning, Clockwork, Aquarius, and Evergreen. Okay, Castlevania Adventure, 2 tracks, Battle of the Holly. It's called Battle of the Holly everywhere, but I think fans mostly call it Battle of the Holy. And Darkness. Although Battle of the Holly sounds very festive. Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, New Messiah, which is the best song on that soundtrack in my opinion, and Original Sin, also a good song. Super Castlevania 4, you have Simon Belmont's theme, Bloody Tears, Vampire Killer, and Beginning. Kid Dracula, you've got Go-Go, In the Chateau. And then you've got an assortment of random other tracks. Reincarnated Soul, The Prayer of a Tragic Queen, Calling from Heaven, Bloody Tears again, Monster Dance again, probably the Famicom Disk System version of those two. If not, I don't know. Beginning, which, Castlevania 3, Clockwork, Aquarius, and Evergreen. So, yeah, the Beginning, Clockwork, Aquarius, and Evergreen on here are most likely from Akamajo Densetsu, which has the VRC6 sound chip in it with improved audio. So this is a huge waste for me. It's cool for fans in general, but not super fans. So that will remain sealed. What next? All right, we've got Castlevania, the Anniversary Collection, the game. All right, let's see what's in this bad boy. You've got the regular booklet, you've got the game inside. The inside is Castlevania 3's box art. Then you've got a manual, which is nice. Nice to see a manual. And what's cool is it like breaks down each game with a short paragraph, explains. Here's a little bit about the VRC6 sound chip, which is very nice that they mentioned that. It's cool. It's a nice little manual. I like the back. It's like fabric ripped, so that's cool. Now, what I do with all my limited run games box sets is I take the game itself and put the card in there. And the card that I acquired was 407, the Silver Order from Castlevania 3. So we're gonna pop that bad boy right in here. It also comes with this dumb limited run NES style thing. I don't know. I just talked about this on the Blaster Master 03 unboxing for the collector's edition. These are dumb. I don't know why they include them. I'd rather them just give me something else, like a sticker or like something, anything other than this. Now we have a super sick double-sided poster. One side is Castlevania, the Anniversary Collection box on one side. The other side is Tom Dubois' epic art from the NES release. Again, says Castlevania Anniversary Collection. This is cool, don't get me wrong. It's nice. I don't think I'll display it. And the reason being is I've already got Tom Dubois' art on my wall. As you can probably see right behind me, I've got the Castlevania 3 print signed by him and that Vampire Killer art, which is still available, by the way. All right, now, I feel like I've been pretty harsh on this set, but nothing can compare the disappointment that is these sad art cards. Just blank back. Just sad. Just sad. I'm more excited about this exclusive newsletter that they included, which has some information about the Castlevania Netflix show. It's got some information from Josh Fairhurst, the CEO, on here. There's just a bunch of really cool stuff. I haven't flipped through it or read all of it. Talks a little bit about Kid Dracula, 30 years later, talking about how Castlevania still holds up. Living legacy, keeping the bloodlines alive. Value-packed, affordable, and physical. Affordable? Guys. I mean, I guess if you're comparing it with the original releases complete in box, sure. I guess. Alright. This is super cool. I actually like this poster more than the colored poster that I paid for. This free poster is dope. The box art is all in black and white here with the limited run logo with some pictures on the side of the games themselves. I really like this. This is cool. Like, I would hang this up on my wall just for the sole purpose of having them in black and white. Now, the only complaint I have is the Super Castlevania 4 box apparently is horrifically mistreated on this entire set. Is exceptionally dark, like you can barely see it on here. But regardless, this is a cool poster. I would totally hang this up. The other poster's cool too, but I don't know, it's the box art, like, pretty much. I don't know. Alright, so that's the Castlevania Anniversary Collection Ultimate Collector's Edition in a nutshell. This collection was what, $179. And for the stuff that it came with, the only reason why I am keeping this is for that art book. Truth be told, honestly, seriously, the art book is great. It's awesome to have that art book with the details, having an actual physical art book with this, with all the information that it has in it. Awesome. Really cool. The Shadow Box would have been cool if it played Bloody Tears, the actual NES release version. I'm so disappointed right off the bat that that was not an option. Now, this has a USB port, so I'm wondering if I could plug this bad boy in to my computer and somehow maybe hack it so that I could change that song to be Bloody Tears instead. Probably not. Doubtful. But if I do end up doing it and I'm successful, I'll let you guys know somewhere online. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter at DYHPTG. This is cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to hang it up, but it's also super delicate. So I'm really worried about it breaking, it falling. It can happen. My posters have fallen before, and I am nervous about doing that. Hanging it up. It looks like you would really need to use hooks. You can't use like thumbtacks or anything like that. So just word to the wise. I don't know. Guys, I'm pretty disappointed with this box set. And I knew after I had bought it and after really kind of looking over everything, I was really excited to get this, but man, some of the stuff, those tiny stupid boxes, so worthless. The art book is great. The Steelbook case is nice. The Shadow Box is cool. The game itself, of course, is great to have. But I don't know. This was a huge disappointment. I'm gonna give it a C-, because there is stuff that I like out of it. The Shadow Box is cool. The art book is great. The digital book printed out, that's awesome to have in my collection. The rest of it, I could take or leave. The pin is nice. That's about it. What were your thoughts on this unboxing? What were your thoughts just in general to this anniversary collection? Do you think that Limited Run really kind of botched it with this one? Do you have high hopes for the next one that's coming out for Castlevania? The, what's it called? The Requiem. I only bought the second collector's version of it. I didn't buy the massive ultimate collection because I was so disappointed, after I bought this one, really kind of rethinking about it. I only bought the second one, the classic edition, just because I was like, I don't even want this game in my collection. I'm just collecting it just to collect Castlevania. So I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts on this collection is. Did you buy it? Are you as disappointed as I am? Are you excited about it? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. More Castlevania content on the way. Bloody tears on Famicom.